walking the dog, had a little bit of time, do a live. Um, Damn, the NBA just putting games on every other day now, huh? I used to remember when they used to go from being at home to on the road to being at home. Used to be 2 days off. Now they going every other day. So, mm, I'm thinking like I know they probably want to get a game on Sunday and on Monday. So yeah, the NBA trying to wrap this shit up, ain't it? But let's talk about Teofimo, Lopez, and Ryan Garcia. I don't know how long I'm gonna be. What time is it? I ain't gonna be too long. Gonna pop a little stuff, keep it moving. So so yeah, man. For the most part, it seemed like Boots ain't obliging with T.O. A lot of people, you know, understood why he didn't take that fight. Basically, first they were saying, T.O. was pump faking. Then they were saying, T.O. don't do nothing for his legacy. And I'm thinking like nobody you fought have done much for your legacy. You got handed a belt, and the guy you beat for a belt got handed that belt, and y'all got handed the ring belt. And people think I'm hating. I'm just telling the truth. You know, Boots ain't accomplished really nothing. This would be I'm just talking about from a boxing standpoint of view. This would be your biggest adversary, your most lucrative fight, and the best fighter you've been in the ring with, and the most accomplished. But good that shout out to that L5 player, salute, and that's good. You know that he passing up on T.O. You got Rick Lesnar out here who always want to throw in your face that I'm married to a black woman. Do you know we don't care about that? That don't make you down with the brothers at all. Yeah, like that make him down with the brothers because you got a black woman. That's the quickest way to make me think that you a racist. You know? So that's how I just look at it, honestly. But they can say whatever they want to say. But with T.O., I don't respect him. Hold on. Come on. Oh, thank you. No. No. But yeah, that made me think that you is one. So I always want to talk about, I'm married to a black woman or like, come on, keep it moving. But I'm glad that they freezing T.O. out. And they said Devin, according to Rick Lesnar, is overpricing himself. You got to understand, Devin missed out on 30 M's versus Ryan Garcia. He trying to get that back. And, they shouldn't fight T.O. Y'all want to know why disrespect go too far? It's because y'all put a price on it. You know what I'm saying? Whatever that price, it can be monetary, it can be pussy, it can be a TV deal or break. Y'all put a price on being disrespected or being a clown. Ever want to hurt somebody? Freeze them out. Freeze T.O. out. And they directly might not be freezing T.O. out to the point where it's because he a racist. They don't care nothing about that, bro. That's why I always tell y'all, when black people get into the music, sports, and entertainment, they not black. I keep telling y'all that. That's why I really don't understand the obsession that black people got when black athletes get with white women. You know what I'm saying? Once you understand the game, like, they have no alliance to race or culture until, they go through what Kobe went through. Until they would start wanting to ask black people for their assistance. They don't care. A lot of these people don't care about some of the damages and the detrimental things they do to the black community with their music and their actions. They don't care about that. They don't start caring about the black community until they need our help. And that's what I be telling y'all, man. One thing I learned in this boxing media shit, about 99%, I'll be nice, 96.3% of these fighters that's in boxing, they coons. They ain't gonna tell you, bro. They coons. When they talking about getting brothers banned from, covering fights, them be niggas, bro. White people don't go ban you. They go tell them folks to ban you. I'm telling you from experience. They go take off. They don't say that to them white YouTubers. Oh, don't let him in. They don't say them to Hispanic YouTubers. Don't let him in. No, they don't do that. They don't do that. They be going to them and they be like, oh, come on. Don't let this nigga in. Oh, he said this about me. And then, the trainers be on some hoe ass nigga shit too. The trainers to get you banned too. But a lot of these brothers, they don't want to speak on this or speak the real because they want to stay on some type of code. Them niggas with money in boxing and basketball and football ain't no code, bro. I keep telling y'all they not black. I keep telling y'all they off black, off cracker. I'm telling y'all they don't see themselves, even if they grew up in the struggle, eating oodles and noodles and surviving off hot Cheetos. You know what I'm saying? They when they make it out the struggle or they make it out their situation, they don't no longer sympathize with us. They don't no longer identify with us. So that's why it's so easy for Marcellus Wiley and Ryan Clark to turn on niggas, man. Turn on each other. They sold their soul for a job. Imagine selling your soul. Imagine selling your soul for an ESPN job. And then they take it away. At least Stephen A. Smith could say, I sold it. They fired me and I came back a sellout and I made the most money damn near in history. At least he can say that. These niggas selling out for Blue Cross Blue Shield. And that's really what that Brian Clark beef is really about. Don't nobody care about Becky and Keisha. I only got one dog now, Miles. But nobody care about Becky and Keisha. All of them was arguing because RG3 ain't got a job no more on TV. Marcellus Wiley, he was buffooning and cooning with Jason Whitlock. Neither one of them coons on TV. And who else was it? And Le'Veon Bell, man, he need to worry about stop trying to grape soda his family members. Yeah, I said it, because that's what happened allegedly. That's what he got sued for. So, right? All these niggas thirsty for a job, and all they trying to do is get Ryan Clark fired so they all can drown in their own tears. Ryan Clark, he too stupid to see what they trying to do to him. First thing they say, we need to get fired. He need to be fired. But back to Teofimo. All right? The brothers should freeze him out. Find your own way. Oh, you get to get paid to beat up a dude that's... No, he also get to get paid. He get to make all this money calling the brothers monkeys and the N with the hard R. And what did the Gary Russell brother say when he first said, not the last racial thing, when he said the first racial thing? Oh, TOR boy, I'm paraphrasing. They always on Fight Hype. That's just a conversation we got to have about off closed doors. But when it came to Devin Haney, what was the conversation? No, we don't have a closed door policy or a cold policy where we don't speak on the brothers. We don't speak on the brothers, in public. Oh, we can easily clear each other out. But I wholeheartedly agree with, with none of these brothers giving T.O. an opportunity. I agree with it. Because you can't sit here and disrespect black fighters 1 minute, but then to say you jealous because, I want to be black or I want to be... Nah. Go make your money by... Go find another Hispanic. Go find another Honduran to fight. That's what I don't understand. Why are they always asking us for opportunities, but at the same time, they downing us. I don't get that. T.O. can go make money fighting somebody else. Go fight Kavalaskis or somebody. David Avocado. And in a way, I'm glad Boost don't give him an opportunity. Come on, get up there. Good boy. I'm glad Boost don't give him an opportunity. Because you can't sit here and disrespect people and think we about to do business together and make money together. No. Ain't no business or no money making together and I'm your monkey or I'm your with the hard R. Like, no, bro. Go find a way to do it. Now we can fight where I make all the money and you don't get nothing. I'm cool with that. Good boy. I'm cool with that. Come on, get down. Come on. Good boy. You know, I can deal with that. You fight for free and let the monkeys make all the money. Or get some of the money back to the monkeys' charity. That's what I agree with. Because you and Devin Haney, you know, you outpriced yourself to fight Devin Haney originally. You know? And right now, Devin Haney asked for all that money to fight Tio after, you know, a performance where even I was like, dude, I don't want to see this motherfucker fight no more. Maybe he need to retire. That was one of the worst. That's the worst weekend of boxing I can remember. They had multiple cards on. Well, I can't really say that, but 2 days, because the New Year I say today, and then people start hating on him. And I'm just looking like, how you gonna hate on Dog? He say today he could have easily fought that dude that he fought and just, you know, fought like Shakur Stevenson, a pure pussy, and just boxed him and then tried to knock him out the end. He provided entertainment. Well, he ain't got no jaw. Guess what? If he didn't have a chin, he would be fighting like Shakur Stevenson. He'd have fought like Devin Haney fought. So when you see a dude willing to mix it up like that, not named Amir Khan, by the way, you know, Amir Khan didn't give a hell. Chin or no chin. Amir Khan was gonna throw them bitches. But yeah, when you get in there, come here. When you get in there and a guy that fight like that, he don't care nothing about getting knocked out, bro. He believed in his chin. He got up. But people still criticize him. They criticize him like he put a performance on that Devin put on, or he put a performance on that Ryan put on. That just lets you know most of these dudes don't have a vested interest in the sport of boxing. They got a vested interest in hate. And I think, and double tap the screen to like the video, and I think a lot of no, come on. Piss on this lady satellite thing, her antenna. I'm mad too. But a lot of these, one of the worst fan bases in boxing is some of these black fans. Real talk. That's some of the worst fan bases in boxing. Some of these black fans. These selective black fans. Well, I go with Tank. Well, I'm just with the PBC. Oh, but I hate Devin Haney. Them the worst fans, I swear. I take the Mexican fans. I take the racist Mexican fans. I take the straight up racist white boys. Them the worst. These people that identify as pro-black, but they selective pro-black with some of their fighters and shit. I can't stand them. I can't stand them. But back to T.O. Yeah, I mean, I freeze him out too. Should nobody fight him? You know, a dude with a belt, not only a belt, he has the lineal title. He has the lineal title and can't make no money. And like I said, I say this too. To be honest. Ain't nobody at 140 worth 2 ham sandwiches and a pack of beef rummy noodles. Not at all. Ain't nobody there worth the damn. Come here. I'm about to go over there and get some fleas. Come here. Come here. Come on, let's go. But yeah, ain't nobody there. But you know what's so funny? Gary Anton Russell he do all that hating on Devin and shit. When Devin had the title, I don't remember him calling out Devin. Even he got the title now. Why don't he call out Devin? Why don't he call out his racist friend, his self-proclaimed friend, racist ass Tio? Ask yourself that. Gary Anton Russell got a title, and he not about to give Jose Venezuela a rematch. So why he ain't calling out Tio to a unification bout? Friends fight friends. He said, well, we just gotta address that racist shit Tio said off camera. I just looked at them niggas, dog. You just be so disappointed in niggas, dog. Especially when they FBA and they not tellers. You just be like, man. You just be so disappointed. And if a lot of them people that knew their father, rest in peace to their pop, he was a proud pro-black man. That's how they got with Al Heyman, because Al Heyman was black. And that's sad. That's sad. These niggas remember when they dad was alive, these niggas used to walk to the ring with dashikis on and shit. Shit sad. Sad as hell. Why don't Gary Anton Russell call out T.O.? Him and his fucking pet monkey from Dexter's Laboratory, they can make some money together. But you know what? Gary Anton Russell is irrelevant as a gigapet in 2025. Remember Top Rank and PBC having a partnership? What happened to that shit? Ain't one Top Rank and PBC fight been struck. Not one deal been struck. Good fight would be T.O. and Gary Anton Russell. They both got belts. T.O. like the lineal belt. Where Gary Anton Russell at? All them niggas Russells do is hate. All they do is hate. If they fought as much as they hated, man, they might be one of the greatest boxing fans. All them niggas do is hate. If they move their hands like they hate, boy, them niggas will be in business. All they do is hate. They got so much constructive criticism and what this fighter should have did and what that fighter should have did. All his brother did was run into the same shots from Alberto Puello. Puello threw the same combination. His brother didn't move his head. His brother didn't throw a jab. His brother didn't make an adjustment. All them niggas do is hate. Don't let you be a brother. Hey. Come on. Why don't T.O. go get his pet monkey, Gary Anton Russell, and go make some money fighting them? Fight the Russell family. Gary Russell Jr., what he got going on? This nigga probably doing DoorDash and shit. This nigga doing Instacart. Nigga ain't fought. This nigga out here doing Instacart and shit. It's over with. It's a wrap. Crazy. I was about to tell you guys just watch boxing, bro. I had a black fighter from Detroit come up to me. This is before I think T.O. said something, right? Oh, T.O.'s good. He's cool. And this, that, and the third. Like, man, I told y'all a long time ago, I lost respect for black fighters, black American fighters. A long time ago. Now, why you go to the fight? Because these niggas is disappointing. It's like finding out that the Power Rangers don't have powers in real life when you was a kid. Man, block Hogan. Ain't that crazy? That disappointment, bro. Get an attitude when you want to interview. Mexican be like, come on, you get an hour interview. Matter of fact, we go to IHOP to get it. I pay. Like, come on, man. But I'm glad T.O. can't make no money. And I'm rooting for the flight attendant. And this nigga, the Travis Hunter, of boxing. Like, you just, like, these niggas really don't know it's just certain girls you have fun with, bro. If she a nurse, just have your fun with it. If she a flight attendant, no matter what she say, just have your fun with it. Most of them type of career women, they like to have their career first, and then find they sucker select second. That's a fact. And he was the sucker. Come on, he was the sucker, and he know it. His sisters want to jump on Bud and press Bud and all that shit. But she should have slapped the shit out of one of them hoes. Come on, right? And they should have been jumping on old girl for finessing their brother. Am I lying? It's always Jermaine's fault. They should have been jumping on. They should have been jumping on old girl. Oh, matter of fact, it was the black man's fault because it was the brother's fault because she finessed their brother, huh? Somehow it was our fault. Crazy, bro. But yeah, we'll see what he can do. But him and Gary Anton Russell should fight. They can put it on pay-per-view and do 500 buys. Matter of fact, they can be on the Lamont Roach and Tank 2 undercard. What's wrong with that? And that's the one thing I don't understand about Lamont Roach and Tank. What I don't understand is how y'all fight in the beginning of March, but y'all ain't fighting till August. That's another thing that's killing boxing, the lack of activity. If you fight twice a year, you ain't gonna never be shit. You ain't gonna never reach your full potential. That's not enough. Especially in your developmental years. Shit, them motherfuckers should be fighting 6-7 times a year. But you the face of boxing, you fighting twice a year. How? That's what I don't understand. How? They should have been back June or July. And then Tank should have came back in November. October, November, December. That's what it should have been. That's what it should have been. These niggas be fighting and then fighting in January. Oh, I won't be back till December. How do you expect to get better? And a lot of these fighters is leaving their prime in the sparring, in the gym. Their best years is in the gym. Like, they sparring 200 rounds probably a year in the gym. They sparring 200 rounds in the camp. Oh, we sparred 150, 200. Like, are you fucking dumb? Not only are you having a fat camp to lose weight, on top of that, you sparring on the rounds. Like, you, come on. You know? You're doing it to yourself. You're doing it to yourself. You wouldn't have to spar 100 rounds a year, let alone a camp, if they just fought. That's it. If they just fought 4 times a year, dude, you'll see a lot better product. But how can you be a superstar and we've seen you once every 12 months? If we lucky, twice every 12 months. Once every 16 months. Who could just sit there? Yeah, that's how I know these niggas broke. These fighters ain't got no money. These niggas broke. Ain't nobody can fight once a year. NBA players living paycheck to paycheck. Niggas broke. That's why Bob Arum and Al Heyman and them, they make hella bread. Because these dudes be needing the Vans. It ain't like the Vans is on the humbug. Like, oh man, I appreciate y'all fighters, making me all this money. I'm just gonna give y'all advance interest free. Even though I'm holding y'all money and accumulating hella interest and paying it out straight. Niggas is crooks, bro. Niggas is crooks. They are crooks, bro. How do you hold somebody money for a whole year, accumulate hella interest, and then pay it out in increments? I was talking to somebody, he was like, oh, I just think it saved money. It saved the fighters money, or it saved them from going broke. Them niggas still broke. And he pocketing the interest off the fighters. And he getting a managerial cut. So he getting anywhere from 10% to 25% out of your cut. Then he holding your money, accumulating interest off your, like, it's wild. And paying it straight. And then who knows if he paying all your money back too. He telling you made $5 million and he gave you $5 million in what, 100 cash apps? 150,000 cash apps, whatever it is, 10, 50, whatever it is. That's what he telling you. Y'all gave you $5 million. He really pays you 2.5 or 3. And that nigga was robbing the hell out these dumbass niggas. Y'all think these niggas really got bread? Keep it real with you. If Wilder really had bread like that, you think Wilder still would be trying to come back on BLK Prime? Them niggas broke. Mark my words. These niggas gonna be trying to be male strippers. Niggas gonna be having OnlyFans accounts and shit. You gonna have boxers with OnlyFans account. They gonna be signed to charge y'all niggas $1,000 for a fucking autograph. They gonna be pawning off their shorts. But the fucked up thing about it is, nobody's gonna care because they didn't have a legacy. They didn't have a legacy. None of these niggas' career fights was career defining. Think about Wilder's biggest fight, his biggest fighter's career. 2 of them, one involved the controversy around the gloves with a late reaction controversy to a pandering Keisha content creator, Young Pharaoh, who his Keisha turned on him. He paid for that bitch to go through school. She turned on him and left him and took all his bread. And now, the black woman ain't God no more. That bitch the Antichrist. Come on. She the Antichrist. Oh, he was like, the black woman is God. Okay. Nah, it ain't that no more. That nigga probably somewhere in the DR in Colombia paying for some coochie or some shit like that. Oh man. And then this other biggest fight was getting beat on, was just taking the greatest beating a heavyweight then took in his fucking life versus Tyson Fury in the third fight. Well, don't forget, PBC is known for just getting their ass beat and getting recognition. Don't forget. No, I don't smoke.
I probably already answered.
Hell yeah. Too many black people, bro. I see these niggas moving in, I gotta be moving out. Yeah, I said it, don't lie. I know Brother Town is disappointed in what I'm saying. But I ain't lying. When you need weed, can't never find these niggas. Never can find them. When you need it, you never can find it. But dispensaries didn't change the game. Most people just going with dispensaries. So even when I do have company this way, they usually go to the dispensary. I think fentanyl really scared people away from drugs, like buying drugs from drug dealers, because they put fentanyl. They put not only just put fentanyl in dog food or coke or heroin or crack, whatever y'all need to be doing. They putting that shit in weed too now. They used to put rat poison in weed too to make it stronger. So most people either they growing it themselves trying to get a dispensary, or they just go to the dispensary. And the dispensary give you so many good ass deals. So most of these brothers going to trying to offer 3.5. And now if I was dealing with somebody that needed it, I would have bought it. But I don't know what good and bad weed is. So you asking the wrong guy. You asking the wrong guy. I do not know what good and bad weed is. I do know I do not like regular weed. It give me a headache. So anything mid, like regular weed, whatever y'all call it, it give me a headache, bro. But I did like sour diesel. OG Kush and sour diesel was my favorite. It smelled good. It was more smooth. It was smooth. But yeah, I'm not a regular weed, like weed, not a weed smoker. I would do an edible every now and again. That's because the edible is good for my pain. Like the lifting pains you got. When you lift, you gonna have pain. That's a fact. It's good for my lifting pain, like a little shoulder pain, back pain. CBD is cool too, but CBD it don't hit like edibles do. I tell you that as far as for the pain. Mm-mm. But I will say, what is that shit? Kinetic or KT Kinetic, whatever that is, shit is. They sell like the little kinetic bands for your shoulder, your knee. They make some magnesium cream. Feel muscle. That's the best shit. It's way better than BioFreeze. That shit fire. Yeah, there's just too many niggas moving in. Oh man. Look at God at me. God at me. There's too many niggas moving in. Bro, what you sniffing for? Nothing. Damn Beer salute. Shout out to Flamion. Salute to you. Ricky E245, seeing you. This is Dead Period Box coming this summer. No! They got hella fights on this summer. Real talk. I think July 21st, somebody fighting. I can't remember who. Maybe I'm thinking about the Tank fight. But the 28th, you got Jake Paul, but really Schofield and Farmer. That's the only fight I'm looking forward to on that one. And all in July, Shakur Belanga, Usyk the Boys. And it might be some and it might be some other fights coming on. So yeah, I don't remember. But it's a nice little lineup in July. So Tank and Lamont was supposed to fight in June, but that didn't happen. So and then Tank, like y'all niggas cannot dress. Y'all like the thing about this generation, they think because you got designer on, it make it cool. Y'all probably don't know. I was beefing with that one nigga that walked Tank out to the fight. He wore like the penny loafers with the white tube socks. He was some type of Baltimore rapper. And he's like, yeah, I better not see you at fights. I'm like, yeah, I don't really care. Because I'm not about to have a conversation or you're not about to get close to me dressing like that. Like how you was dressing, bro? You came out to that fight, bro. Like, niggas cannot dress. They think because, oh, it's 400 for you, like it's 500 for the loafers. And I was just like, nigga, that shit don't impress me. You look goofy. You look goofy. And Tank just look goofy like that, nigga. Goof trooper ass niggas. You see what Tank had on? Nigga like he stuck between being a metrosexual macho man punk rap party like a rock star rapper or some shit, man. These niggas just so fucking whack today, dog. Oh my god, this man, dude. Pack Pookie's culture up. Pack hip hop up. Pack it all the way up. You see what that nigga had on. Oh man, I was like, yo. Tank, just come out the closet, homeboy. Just come out the closet. Just come on out the closet, man. Come out the closet. Niggas is so zesty, bro. Lemon zest. But yeah, what else we was gonna talk about? Oh yeah, Ryan. I end off with Ryan as we walk back. What time is it? Yeah, you got hella time in. You about to be out in this bitch like an hour, homeboy. But yeah, Ryan Garcia, he getting the pass for Duck and Dev. And I already told y'all, the rematch was not happening. Well, they already signed to CJ, and I told y'all, man, Ryan Garcia was not gonna rematch Devin Haney. He should have kept that lawsuit up until they was in the ring. And it'd be funny how a lot of these brothers, they will not trust each other, but they so quick to trust the other to do business the right way. Am I lying? That's a fact. They will not trust each other, but I told anybody with a right mind. Ryan didn't want to fight the first Devin Haney fight. That's just so. Everybody named Mama, even though they made it seem like Devin Haney was crazy and that he cheated him. Everybody in their mama, if you being honest and put a pistol to their head, knew Ryan Garcia cheated and benefited from Pez, right? And if he did all that for the first fight, did y'all really think he was gonna get in the ring and be like my old boy from Baby Boy and put his chin in the air and take it like a man? No. Only time Ryan and Tank take it like a man is when they bend over to tie their shoes for Daddy De La Hoya and whoever Tank got busting them down from the Bazak. That's it. That's it. I'm telling you that right now. Ryan Garcia is not a man. Mexicans weren't rocking with him until you beat Devin. You think he gonna shoot the fair one and give it his best foot forward and be a man and take his robot testing like him? No, Ryan Garcia is still a boy. Any person that hide behind alcoholism, hide behind God the way Ryan Garcia do, no. That's the biggest hypocrite you can find on the planet. It's the biggest hypocrite you can find. It's somebody that say I'm a Christian or I believe in the Bible, and then you start running off things in the Bible that they consistently doing wrong and on purpose doing wrong, and they want to pick and choose what they want to believe out the Bible. That's Ryan Garcia. God ain't with Ryan Garcia. God ain't helping Ryan Garcia. Ryan Garcia is a devil. He's a devil worshiper. And I don't believe his mammy had cancer neither. I don't believe it. His mama, my mom had cancer. And then 2 weeks later, that bitch healed. Eat a dick. He ain't built like that, bro. He off himself before he got in the ring back with Devin Haney. Tell you that right now. So, that lawsuit would never came down. Like I said, we so quick to do business with the other, but then be so disingenuous to each other. I don't understand that. The first thing I said, oh yeah, they got it signed, CJ. Man, I knew it. I'm telling you, I knew it. Even if he beat Rolly, he was gonna say I broke my leg. He was gonna go crazy again. He was gonna get caught with an 8-ball of booger sugar. I told y'all that. Ryan's a victim. He ain't a victim. He sold his soul. He ain't no victim. He sold his soul. Most of them niggas like Ryan Garcia and sold their soul. And then all of a sudden, they want to bargain for it back. Ain't no taking back. Being able to walk a righteous path and do what's right and not being able to be bought is what a real soldier of God is about. A lot of these people got a price tag on themselves. And what they find out when you sell yourself, if you're selling your body as a man, as a woman, when you're selling yourself for a position or a job, what you find out is once you sell yourself, you will never have peace and happiness again. There will always be an inner battle in yourself. Your body will be looking for something that's no longer there. And I hate to say it because I love Robin Williams growing up. Look at Robin Williams. It's a lot of these motherfuckers in Hollywood who walking around and they ain't got no soul. They soul is gone. You could look at them and see their soul is gone. And you might think, you know, they living a great life and they got the Benz and the Porsche and all that shit. Cool. But they got something that you ain't got. Self-respect. You got your soul. You got your heart. You know, you got equal balance in your life. And then they gonna sell themselves out for a slave deal. Think about how I just broke down the Al Heyman contract, right? Just think about in general in boxing. When you go down to break down these contracts, right? Okay, I made $1 million. Okay, I probably gotta pay, let's be nice and say, 25% in taxes. My manager, the going rate is 33 in the third. So he getting 30%. So right there, we down 55% in the third, right? We ain't talking about what I gotta pay the trainer, the little bit I gotta pay the cut man. You know what I'm saying? So by the time I come back, I'm probably bringing home 40, if I'm lucky, 40% of my purse. And then if I'm bringing home 40% of my purse, what if I borrow money to make it through camp? I borrow money to make it through to my next fight. So now the money I borrow from my promoter, I gotta pay that back with interest. Niggas is broke. How many rappers the same way? In a 360 deal. In a 360 deal, homeboy. You out here with chains and rings and shit and you broke. And you broke. Hollywood. I talked about this in the video I see coming up. Hollywood. You gotta get with a specific agent or one of the major agents just to get booked for TV shows and movies. So they probably taking 30% off rip. They taking the 30 off rip. Then taxes probably taking another 30. That's 60% of your money gone right then and there. Then you might have another manager. That's another 10, 15, 20%. These niggas be broke. That's why you see Taraji P. Henson, where they had the actors and writers strikes and they was getting royalty checks for $4, bro. Don't let your eyes deceive you. Be appreciative that you got. A lot of y'all is in better financial living situations than the average athlete, than the average actress and musician. A lot of y'all is in a better financial position. Believe it or not, these niggas out here with no health care. You know what I'm saying? If they say the wrong thing, they get banned. They can't book roles. Think about it too. They gotta sell their soul. A lot of them gotta sleep with both men and women. Gotta sleep with dudes just to get a deal. You just had to interview. Then a lot of them got student loan debt on top of that. Think about that. A lot of them. Check out your average artist. Check out your average artist. Most of them niggas got degrees. Plies, I think, got a degree. A lot of them went to acting and actress school, whatever you want to call it. Jonathan Majors. These niggas come into the game in debt. Then you gotta sleep with people. Remember Terry Crews story, men and women. You got your degree, or you picked up a trade, or you got a regular job. You got good health insurance. Your one bedroom apartment, your little crib. You might be thinking I should be doing better. I'm seeing these people on internet doing, a lot of that shit is a facade. But they had to get that shit, man. Come on, most of these women in Turks and Caicos and, you know, going on these trips, it might make y'all, some women or men, feel lesser, man. These bitches had to be on list crawler for 3 months straight just to go on this trip to come back broke. Come on now. So don't let the internet trick you. Don't let the internet trick you in thinking that these actors and some of these people out here is really living that life, man. What they done did to get to where they at now, you gonna win in the long run. Niggas gonna die without a pension, die without a 401k, be there with nothing. No, nothing. My bad. Took everything from them. But you can live your life with your asshole, with your soul intact. Come on. You got your peace of mind intact. Come on now. These niggas did all of this just to still end up broke and broken at the end of the day. They still end up broke and broken at the end of the day. Children hate them. Whole nine. He said, I'm done with Tank. Been done. He said Oscar did say none of his fighters will ever fight Devin again. Man, that's an underplay for the overplay. That's a cop-out because he know Ryan Garcia is trash. Oscar De La Hoya is a bitch. And we all know it. Devin's style is trash. I'm sure we can. Ryan's style is trash. Off steroids. What did he do? What did he do? Ryan's style is trash. Your number one job as a fighter is to take what a fighter do best and take it away. That's what Mexican fighters say. Well, he moved too much. Well, stop. Cut the ring off, Hector. Cut the fucking ring off. That's your number one objective. When you go into any sport, football, basketball, if they like to run to the left, guess what? We got to come up with a game plan to stop them running the ball to the left. That's not an excuse. That's not an excuse. It ain't our fault that most of these fighters got one generic style. That's it. Mexicans need to start adding to their tool bags. Eastern Europeans have. They no longer just come upright. Karen Sarkachan was just an upright. That motherfucker came, too legit. That nigga came out like MC Hammer on Jerron Ennis. Put more tools in your tool bag. Mexicans don't want to throw a straight punch. They don't want to. These motherfuckers just want to lead off a hook. They easy to beat. Let's keep it real. Mexican fighters is the easiest style to fight. You ain't gonna see a jab. You ain't gonna see a straight right. These motherfuckers don't even throw body shots no more. You think Chavez is one of the greatest Mexican fighters of all time? They'll take pages from his book. I ain't seen one Mexican fighter try to emulate that man. That man was a fucking beast. Say what you want to say about Julio Cesar Chavez Sr. That motherfucker was a problem. That's my problem. Mexicans your style is, man, figure it out. Y'all have to evolve. Everybody else evolved. The Asians have evolved. Look at the Nuyuwa. If he want to bang, he could bang. If he want to dance, he could dance. If he want to swim without getting wet, he can swim without getting wet. If he want to swim while getting wet, he can swim while getting wet. Everybody in boxing is evolving and catching up to the black American, but the Mexican. I can't really say much about Puerto Ricans because them motherfuckers extinct. And I'm not a big Xander Zayas fan. I don't dislike Xander Zayas, but I don't see it. Maybe at 160 I see something. Canadians is evolving. Look at the polar spectrum of Russian fighters right now. Dmitry Bivol is a complete fighter. He came into the game as an amateurish type fighter, and I think he would have whooped a lot of. I think he would have whooped a lot of niggas' ass with that style. I think he would have whooped a lot of niggas' ass with that style. Come here. Good boy. I think he would have whooped a lot of niggas' ass with that style. I watched him. And then you look at Better BF. Not just a pressure fighter, pretty smart. Other than the first Bivol fight. You know, everybody in boxing is evolving but the Mexicans. Everybody. Y'all still ain't figured out, hey man, maybe I need to do some strength training. Maybe we need to do some deadlifts, some curls. Maybe we need to throw some straight punches. Y'all still ain't figured that shit out yet. Everybody evolved. I would say the black fighters kind of devolving too. Because they all want to fight like Mayweather. They all fight like pussies now and throw one punch at a time. But that's another story for another day. Real talk. Everybody's evolving in boxing. You know, black fighters, they can fight in different styles, but I don't like what I'm seeing right now. I still think I thought he lost the first fight, won the second fight versus Bivol. So, that's just my opinion. But yeah, I've been saying this shit for years, bro. Been saying it for years. But it is what it is. It is what it is. Yeah, Bam is one of the best fighters in the world for sure. He in my probably top 3. I pay to watch him fight. He used a fucking jab and a straight right hand too. All right, I paid my debt to society, bro. What else you want from me? I paid my debt to society. You walked for almost an hour. But yeah, I'm about to get in the shower. I've been moving. Y'all got any questions? I'll answer real quick. I've been moving all day, bro. I went to see Mission Impossible. Yes, I got the video coming tomorrow. That shit was good. Mission Impossible was fire. For sure. You got any questions? I'll answer real quick. Mission Impossible was fire. I seen the 7th one. I think it was like 2 years ago. That was like, I went to see it just because I ain't had shit to do, but that shit was good. Mission Impossible definitely worth it. Even my girl liked it. Her mom liked it too. Her mom and dad went to go see it. They both liked it. You see what happened though? The judge ain't giving pure boxers credit once they... No, they not. And that's what I say. Boxing is trash. They want to reinvent the wheel. They want to reinvent the wheel. You can't reinvent the wheel. Boxing is boxing. How you score a fight. That's when I hear people say that people getting right. And I catch myself sometimes kind of saying people getting right. I'm like, all right, I didn't score the fight. You know what I'm saying? That's what I start saying, like, to my naked eye. But you got to score these fights the way it's a point system. So it's like provide one of the more infamous fights for scoring that people forget about. I got grass and shit on me and shit. This nigga kick grass on me. One of the more infamous fights that people forget about that's to score was Ruslan Provodnikov versus Chris Algieri. Who remember that fight? That caused a kind of a controversy on HBO. What the fuck did HBO stand for anyway? That's a great question. I don't know who remember that fight. But, you know, I think Provodnikov scored some few knockdowns and Algieri boxed his ears off for the rest of that fight. Cartier KY salute. Yeah, it been a minute, bro. Salute, bro. You good? No, you be driving them trucks. Man, good luck to you niggas that be driving trucks, bro. I ain't know they be stopping and weighing y'all niggas like that. They been on the in Michigan. They been on the weight spree. They've been weighing trucks like crazy. Every truck driver I speak to, they can stop getting weighed. That's crazy, bro. But a lot of them be skipping the weight stops too, though. I don't know if that got something to do with it. But yeah, they been stopping weighing. In Ohio, they got weight restrictions, so you pay like you weigh when you come in through Ohio. So yeah, if you weigh heavy, you got to pay extra. They got tolls. In Michigan, we don't have that. In Texas, they got them too. I know they got tolls. I don't know if you know, but in Michigan, that's why they do that. Does Ethan Hunt finally die? You want me to ruin the movie? I can't ruin the movie. But the nigga parachute catch on fire at the end. I can tell you that. That I ain't gonna lie. I missed the post credit scene. They said it's a post credit screen, but that shit was that shit was good as hell. It was like you didn't have to see the other ones because they did so good of a flashback. They said they did so good of a flashback, but it was good, bro. That shit was good, man. That shit was good. It's kind of scary with AI and shit. I want to get the Google Glasses, the new one. My girl, like, oh, you seen the AI movie? And I'm like, all right. I want to see Mabili and Benavides. I like to see that. 2 different weight classes now. Nah, bro, I'm in the Navy. My pops drive trucks. He said, oh, you in the Navy? I thought you was driving trucks. Shout out to you in the Navy. The Navy was in a black man was running the Navy ship in Mission Impossible 8. It was a lot of diversity in that movie, bro. It wasn't no backdooria shit in there. I can remember. With no agendas in Mission Impossible. It was just you just had Angela Bassett, who was the president. Then you had a white female who was the head of one of the military forces. But then you had a black man that was running an important Navy submarine. I mean, it was a lot of diversity in the movie, bro, for sure. He said, nah, bro, I'm just playing. Yeah, I ain't want to ruin it. Nigga, parachute caught on fire, though. I say that. I'm glad tomorrow is a holiday. Definitely no work. But I'm getting it in some OT. Ain't no work tomorrow. I forget it was a 3-day weekend. We got a week coming off soon in July, but I volunteered. I volunteered to do this camp for the kids and shit. So I volunteered. I think I want to fucking see the point soon too. J Grand Dream salute. So I'm doing some volunteer work. It was funny somebody came to my channel. What you do in the community? You be giving. Why would I say what I do in the community? It just don't make no sense. I don't televise me helping people out. Like, it just don't make sense, bro. Like, I don't do that. I help when I help. I know somebody that go buy burgers for the homeless and hand it out. He don't televise his shit. But y'all got any other questions? I'll answer them. But my whole thing is, I give people on the corner money too, regardless of color. Man, I'm like, shit, I don't need it. You probably need it more than me. Even if I remember one time I bought a dude some squares. I'm like, what you trying to get, bro? Some squares here, bro. I'll buy them beer, whatever the fuck they want, bro. I just do it just to the part where I be knowing motherfuckers be trying to get through shit. He said I'm a senior chief, CS type, yeah. I had a homie in the Navy and shit, man. This shit probably a while ago. He's older than me. He failed the drug test when they first got enlisted. It was after they had to learn to swim. They had to pass the swim test and shit. And he said he passed the swim test. I think you only get 2 or 3 tries, he said. He passed it. And he said he had just smoked a little bit of weed at his going away party, and they got him. And they threw him in the Navy jail and shit. Real talk. They threw him in the Navy jail or whatever he called it. I don't know much, but about the names. And he said some people was there for years. They all wasn't there for weed or nothing like that. Like just crimes that they committed in the military. I don't know. One dude punched the superior and shit. It was a bunch. And he said the only reason he got out, the brig, yeah, the only reason he got out so soon is that they raffled their names at Christmas time, and they pulled so many names to go home, and one of his names was he got pulled to go home. He said his parents never knew what happened. I think he told his parents he failed the swim test. He said when they put you in the brig for that, you couldn't contact your parents, you couldn't call nobody knew where you was at. He said around Christmas time they pulled names of people to go home. His name was just one of the ones that went home and shit. And he said his parents never knew what happened. He said the church threw him a big ass party, a big ass going away party. He said he had just smoked a little bit of weed going out last time with his friends, and I guess he lied about it. Yeah, he said his friends lied. He said he lied about it on his test or on his application, and then they got him. And then he said the only reason he got out that big, he could call nobody. He was like, "Yeah, the only reason I got out is because they pulled my name at Christmas time and I got to go home." That shit. I said, "Oh man." He said he didn't even smoke weed. He just smoked a little bit of weed at the going away party, and it came up in his test. He said it came up in his test. No, I don't have no kids. They ain't throwing you in the brig for weed. They just separating you now. Okay, he older than me. Yeah, he older than me now. This probably shit. James 40 was 40 something at the time. So this is a couple years. So this year he got thrown in the brig for that. Dog. He said his parents never still know to this day what happened. I said that's crazy. You just say you failed the swim test. He said right after he had to do the swim test again, he passed it, and then they said he popped hot. I said, damn. I had a cousin, he went to the Marines. They got him a limo and everything, and then his grandma died and shit, and they ain't let him go to his grandma's funeral. He was over in like Kuwait or some shit like that, and he just never re-enlisted. He never re-enlisted again because they ain't let him go to his grandma's funeral. So, you know, yeah. He said the heat over there is different. That nigga be in Arizona on a porch. No, just sitting on the porch, talking about the heat ain't shit in the middle. I said, man, fuck that. But let me get out of here, man. I know the game about to come on. I ain't about to hold y'all up. Appreciate y'all for rocking with me. Peace.